Hello, hello. Welcome everybody to the stream. We're doing this again. We are continuing to stream and do some practice and test things technically. So far, it's going good. Getting some good feedback. And I'm going to post this on our Discord real quick. Hello, hello, everybody. Okay. Squeeze over here. Get our chat up. Hello, hello. So good to see everybody on here. I'm glad that you're here. Spudman, good to see you, my friend. Hey, OG. Hey, Matt. Matthew. Flaming Rock. RC Wreckers. Virtual. Cameron. See you guys. Glad to have you on here. Thanks for joining me. We are just streaming some Skyrim today, hanging out, and I feel pretty good about things technically so far. And if you have been watching my streams last week, through all the technical testing and all the stuff, we hit a few hiccups. Thank you guys for helping me out with that. But probably the number one critique that I got, and I was good feedback that I was getting, was just that the audio didn't sound as good as usual because I was using the audio from the headset just to try to keep things simple. But enough people mentioned it to where it's like, you know what, our channel's kind of like production quality is a big part of our DNA and our identity. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to see how quick I can change the microphone setup from my typical production set. And it wasn't that hard at all. It was a lot easier than I thought it was. So I can probably get it down to like a little 2, maybe a 3-minute switch. And that's enough. I mean, that's nothing for this much added quality, right? So hopefully it sounds a lot better to you guys today. But yeah, I'm so glad to have you on.
I used to be an
Brent, good to see you, man. Always good to see you on here. Medieval Starfield, that's right. That's right. So we are here in, this is Whitehold, I believe. Let's see if I can remember. It's been a while since I've legitimately played Skyrim, so please forgive me if I kind of fumble around a little bit. Let's see. And I am seeing that you're getting a no signal every time I switch a menu. So I'll try to keep an eye on that as I do this. Yell at me in the comments if something goes wrong. I feel like we got most of the technical things worked out, but you never know. Yeah, did I say Whitehall? Whiterun. We're in Whiterun. So cool. Cameron, good to see you on here. Thanks for the or not the compliment, but to have a great stream. I appreciate that. All right. Ciao, David. Good to see you on here, friend. Green screen, looking good. I tweaked a few settings to try to get it to be just a little bit tighter. Got a little bit more light on the background, so hopefully that is all looking like it's supposed to look. Awesome. Working through Fallout 4 right now. Awesome. I was doing, I did a Fallout 4 stream last week during our testing, and it's like, you know what, Skyrim's kind of my vibe, so we're just going to do that. So anyway, in this stream, I thought my goal would be to find my first shout. I honestly have not played this in so long that I don't exactly remember when that happened, so we're going to play for maybe an hour or so, hang out. So if that happens during that point, great. If not, then we'll work it out.
My lord, please,
rash action. I just think we need more information.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruth is not receiving
How's the
visitors.
audio mix sounding for you guys? Is the game too quiet? Am I too quiet? Anything too loud? Or is it just about right? I don't want one kind of blowing out the other.
Well,
We had a dragon
explains
attack.
why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
Yeah, Brian, it's been forever since I've been back into a Bethesda game. Like, I told myself probably, like, in January. I was like, okay, I'm going to go through Skyrim again, or I'm going to play Oblivion, or even try to do Fallout again. And now, doing these streams is the first time I've actually done it. It's a commitment, you know? I mean, you can jump in at any point, any time, but, like, I feel like to get going and to feel, like, good about what you're doing again, like, you need to settle in for a few hours for a playthrough, and that's just hard to do sometimes with life. So I get that. Absolutely, Ken. Yeah, looking forward to more Starfield content. I do have. I think I just finished my script. I kind of got through the first draft of it before I was like, okay, I need to jump over on this stream, and so I'll kind of do. I'll give it a once over and do any grammar checks and sentence structure, or maybe restructure the script however as I need to try to make that better for you guys. But yeah, it's pretty much ready to go, so I hope to record that and get that edited tonight, and then out to you all by tomorrow. I am excited for it. It's definitely one of my favorite topics that we've covered so far on the channel, and is kind of a quintessential is the word that comes to mind. Kind of the quintessential Starfield Signal video. Like, it's a little nerdy, analytical, but also interesting for kind of a deep dive and macro analysis and speculation. So I kind of feel that's a part of the channel.
By Ismir,
Yeah.
Irileth was right.
Let's see, I'm going to scroll
What do you
back
say
through.
now, Proventus?
Cyber Soldier, good to see
Shall
you.
we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at
Oh
once.
my goodness.
It's in the most
So,
immediate danger.
to try to do better at
That
chat,
dragon is lurking in the mountains.
I've kind of set up
The
my
Jarl of
iPad
Folk
as a
will view that as a
second
provocation.
screen
He'll
here,
assume we're preparing to
and
join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should
it works like 90%.
I'll not
Sometimes
stand
it's a little
idly by
finicky.
while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Cool. I think I said hi to everybody.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me,
Come
I'll
back
return
down
to
here
my
to
duties.
the end. All right.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take
Thank
this
you.
as a small token of my esteem.
Studded
There
Imperial
is
armor.
another
Awesome.
thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these
Farengar.
dragons and...
Let's see if we can switch out this armor. Let's see what I got. I got 25 armor there, 25 here. Yeah, sure. Sneaking, yeah. And I think this build I'm just gonna go straight like combat, like two-handed, big axe or big hammer. Just kind of something simple and straightforward, just so it's easier for me to talk on the stream while I'm doing this. Yeah, I got a battle axe equipped right now. Let's see, that's 22, 24 warhammer. I forget how much the weight
Rumors of
affects your
dragons.
speed with everything, but this will work for now. I spent absolutely no time making. There we go. I spent absolutely no time making. I'm pretty sure he's the generic Nord. I was kind of just wanted to get started with the stream when I was making this one.
Farengar.
Hello,
I think
Come to
creepy hooded
Dragon's
man.
Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities. Like the rest
22
of
when
the great
Skyrim released.
warriors.
Awesome. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people have good Skyrim stories. I told my Skyrim story on the Lorecast podcast with Mitch and Lexi and Red Wolf, and we had a great time over there. Check out Lorecast if you haven't and you're into podcasts and you like all things Starfield. They are a really great option.
Ah, indeed? The Jarl. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I
You
could
took a
use
lot of
someone to fetch
screenshots,
something for me.
Ragnarok.
Well, when I say
Way too much time on the
I really
customization
mean
screen.
delve
You know,
into a
that's part of the
dangerous
game. Like,
ruin
that's
in
part of the
search
fun,
an
right?
ancient
So
stone
you
tablet
can't do
that
this
may
wrong.
or may not
That's the
actually
beautiful
be
thing about Bethesda games, and I think that'll be a beautiful thing about Starfield as well. Just kind of go at your own pace, right? I mean, that's a beautiful thing about it being single player is you can really just kind of delve into those parts that you're excited for, or you can just kind of hit the floor running, you know, and just go at it. All right, what am I fetching?
Straight to the point, eh? I learned of a certain stone tablet. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. An old tomb
Will
built
do.
by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want
Hey
to go
John,
out to get
good to
there.
see you on here.
It's near Riverwood, a
You got your
miserable
controller and
little village
headset
a few
today?
miles south.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction. Well,
I have my
must
headphones
preserve
on.
some
And
professional
I've not
secrets, mustn't
played with my Starfield
I have my sources.
controller
Reliable
yet.
sources.
I'm not that I'm like necessarily saving it for Starfield, but I don't want to get it all dirty just yet. And so I was like, well, maybe I will save it for when we start streaming Starfield. That way it'll, even though, I mean, you really can't see my controller now, but anyway, the decisions we make, sometimes they have good reasons, sometimes we
Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor.
don't. You got the watch
then
with the
use
collector's
the arcane
edition,
enchanter
Ragnarok.
to learn
Very
its
cool.
secrets. The item
You
is
have 1,000
destroyed in the
mods on your
process, so be
Skyrim?
wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a
Gematria,
filled soul gem and
modernized,
something
improved
to enchant.
Elden
You'll
Ring,
use the
black
arcane
combat
enchanter for that
graphics,
too.
ENB lighting. Okay.
Of course, I have
Nice,
everything
man.
you need
I'm
for
playing on the
sale
Series
if you have
X.
the
I think I have a few mods, a few console mods installed, but you know, I'm happy with vanilla. I am that kind of guy. These streams are on Xbox, and have I done? I think I've done maybe one or two other like testing stuff from my PC, but I do not have. I got my PC back in like 2017, 2018, maybe, and it was set up for not for gaming, but it was set up for video editing, and so there's, and I'm not smart enough to know all the technical stuff there, but I know just you need different processors and different graphics cards to kind of maximize your processing there for video editing.
I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth. But not anymore. Far back in the mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in many of the monuments. The details are lost, but at some point, the Nords...
All
Why,
right, I can already
this
tell
very
I'm gonna
palace
get
was
really
built
hot.
by one of
I'm gonna
Balgruuf's
go get the
ancestors
fan
to hold
real
a
quick.
captive dragon.
Please excuse me.
Hence its name, Dragon's Reach.
If you're looking for a desk fan, let's see if I can like. I've had this for a while now. It's Opolar. It's Opolar, I think, something like that. Opolar, Opolar. Anyway, it's pretty quiet as far as desk fans go. You may be able to hear it a little bit. Oh, that feels much better. So you can probably hear that a little bit in the microphone. Let me know if it's absolutely horrid or if it's just a little, it just sounds like air conditioning or something. Hopefully it sounds okay.
You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
Dragons. You need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, y'all about...
Luca, good to see you on the stream. Awesome. Sounds fun. I hope it does, because I don't think I can go very long without it. In the middle of the summer, and my studio is just not. I mean, when it's 90 degrees outside, it's taxing on even good AC. But I don't think my studio is very well insulated. Oh yeah, this guy. I remember seeing. There were so many great Skyrim videos that came out, but maybe you guys remember this too. But I remember seeing someone who was very proficient with a bow and arrow. They came to this square and they launched an arrow pretty much straight up. Maybe 10 seconds later it came down and just went straight through this guy's head. And I just remember thinking, oh, that was so awesome. Epic. But for now, let's see. There's my jump. We are going to make our way over to the quest at, what was it, Bleak Falls Barrow? Is that where we're going? Let's see. Oh yeah, there it is. Retrieve the Dragonstone at Bleak Falls Barrow. Sweet. We'll do it. Hey Jacob, good to see you on here. Hey Starfield Steve, welcome to the stream. Spudman said I had to put a window AC unit in my office as it faces south. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, and you got a beefy PC too. Does that give off a lot of heat, Spudman? Yeah. You remember that video, Gematria? That was so cool. Does anyone remember who put that out? Which YouTuber? Hey, Mr. Stogies.
Thinking of settling in?
Good to see you.
There's a house for sale.
We are just hanging out. I'm going to try to get my first... I'm going to try to get to my first shout. Do we find that at the end of Bleak Falls Barrow? Maybe we do. Maybe we do. Well, we haven't killed a dragon at that point yet. Maybe not. I can't remember. After Bleak Falls Barrow, when you get back. That's after we get back is when we fight the dragon. Out here at this tower, I think, and that's when we have a little moment where we consume the soul, and not sure what happens. We get our first dragon soul. Gosh, I mean, this is still... Bethesda's never been a graphically impressive powerhouse, but I still think all this stuff holds up. As far as just the design of it, right? The aesthetic, the feeling that it gives you. Todd Howard talks a lot about tone in his interviews and his videos. And I get that. You could look at that and say, oh, that's a little pretentious, or that's just an excuse to make, but I get it. Yeah, it's all about tone and feeling and emotion, and I have a video idea in mind that kind of speaks to that. So let's see if I can I jump my way up? No, that's too. Oh, we're almost there. I thought you could go this way. Let's see if we can do it. There we go. Can't wait to see what modders do with ship customization. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I am of the. I kind of feel like an old grumpy man sometimes when I say this, but I am of the conviction, and this is not taking anything away from the modders. I think I can't go that way. I think they're great, but I want to see what Bethesda's vision for Starfield is, right? Yeah, this isn't going to work, guys. I feel stupid now. Let's see if I can just hike it up here. Just make it work. Nope. All right, I'll go around. Yeah, I'm of the conviction that I want to see, you know, what Bethesda's vision for this game was. And so, of course, they've made certain decisions, and they made certain decisions to put things in the game. They made certain decisions to keep things out of the game, whether that was for just kind of considering their time commitment, or considering the tone that they wanted, or, you know, considering kind of the pacing and the economy of things, and how it all balances. So I definitely want to experience that before doing any kind of mods. And like I said, I'm on console, so I'm not big into the modding scene anyway. But I certainly will try some of those out, and I'll definitely be keeping up with it for the channel as far as kind of news and pointing you all in the right direction. But yeah, so that's kind of my conviction on that, is to just see what the developers have to say in their game first before throwing lots of mods on there. It's kind of like, tell me if this is weird, I feel like I always heard, like at a restaurant, especially like a nice restaurant, you know, not Applebee's, but like a nice restaurant, it would be considered offensive to, you know, when you get your food, to add any seasoning to it, or any extra sauces that are on the table before trying it, because that would be offensive to the chef, because you don't trust his ability to make a good dish just by himself. So anyway, does that make sense? Does anyone else buy that? Or it's like, no, yeah, man, you like what you like. If you like lots of salt, throw it on there. If you like lots of pepper, throw it on there. Or whatever else you may have available. Hey, Raby. The unofficial Starfield patch will be the needed one. If there's a lot of bugs, yeah. I mean, they've been polishing this thing for a while now. I would be amazed to see if there were you know, anything game breaking in it. I just can't see that happening. Maybe that's a bit naive for me to think that way, but maybe not. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's see if we can do a little snipe. Oh, I'm already detected. I always enjoyed sniping these guys. Okay. Who sees me? Okay. Well, we're just gonna roll in then.
Now, ain't this a surprise?
See if I can get him to come around. Nah, he's just gonna hide behind this tree for you to. All right.
You think you can take me?
Got him. Awesome. I'll take a hunting bow. One thing that I really hate about RPGs is the carry capacity. You know, it's just like, I get it for balancing, and I get it for, you know, kind of pacing and realism and all that, but you know, whenever you have to deal with it, it's just so frustrating. It's never like, oh yeah, there's this part of the game that's actually fun to engage with. It just takes a little thought and all that. It's always frustrating. You're like, oh great, I don't want to deal with that right now, or, you know, well, all I have in my inventory is all these epics or legendaries or rares, and I was kind of saving them, and I just forgot to stop by my chest before I left the house or whatever. So I feel like it's more frustrating than anything else. I'm sure Starfield is going to have something like that. I honestly haven't even looked for that in the footage yet, as much as I've looked for the footage. But I'm almost sure that there's some sort of carrying capacity or weight capacity. Do you guys know off the top of your head? See, I'm looking at the... Let me kill these guys and I'll look back at the chat. There we go. With a swing and a miss. Got him. face. God, look at all these arrows. Look at all these arrows sticking out of me. Hold on. I feel like is there another guy somewhere here? No, we got them all. Okay. Let me come back through the chat real quick. All right. Lucas said, I don't even think modders need to do much with the ships. It'll be so in-depth already. Can't wait for Starfield mods that are going to be created. Plan on doing a couple of playthroughs completely mod-free and then playing around with them. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Just to kind of increase that long-term playability. I think Starfield graphics usually look good. Obviously, the face motion capture is not on the same level. Sure, as The Last of Us 2. Yeah, same here, Ragnarok. I'm stoked to explore a new world, and that really exploration seems like that is going to take a lot of kind of the front seat, right? The front spotlight. So I'm excited to see how, what little tweaks or little changes or additions or subtractions they've made to their typical gameplay to kind of draw that out and put exploration in the spotlight. Hello from Brazil. You're playing Skyrim here too? Awesome. Yeah. Starfield's going to be great. That's right. Thank you, Matt. Carry limit was referred to as mass. That's right. I remember now. September 1st starts early access. That's right. Can't wait to see the art book and soundtrack. I am excited for that as well. So I'm assuming surely there is more to the soundtrack than just the Starfield suite that we've seen from the symphony they had. It was like back last summer, I think. I like all that. I would love to see that rounded out a little bit more with some other stuff. So hopefully there's going to be more to that. Carrying cap was based on mass, not weight, right? Yep. Good call. 442. Yep. It's funny. I was just looking at that today. I literally just made a note, Spudman, something at 411. I think I'm talking about some of the weapon values right there in that data menu, they call it. Good call. Oh, that's a good question, Luca. Do we think Starfield has Game of the Year chances? Let me get this spinning cam off before you guys get sick. I'm watching that spin. Sorry. I forget that I'm sure there's a way to change that to not spin so fast. Gematria, hope Bethesda adds ground vehicles. Yes. So my thoughts on Game of the Year. I would say there would be less of a chance of that. I would say that before the Direct happened. Just because everybody in the games news, games media, so like IGN, GameStop, Games Radar, all the article places that you see pop up, and even on YouTube as well, it was very, very popular to kind of hate on Starfield, to criticize it, to be critical of it, not even in like intelligent, constructive feedback kind of ways, but just like dumb stuff. Good examples of that to talk more intelligently about it, but yikes. She's done. Sorry about that. But so before the Direct happened, I would say no, not much of a chance of Starfield winning Game of the Year, just because I feel like the way a lot of those systems works is they kind of take a kind of like a Metacritic score almost of all of these different outlets that are kind of invited to give their scores or to give their nominations or all that, and then some of them have different ways to integrate in fan votes as well, which is really cool. But after the Direct, it seems like we've seen that overall sentiment change to a much more positive tone. And also since then, or maybe right before then, Final Fantasy 16 release, which of course is another huge epic RPG that lots of people were saying might be a contender for Game of the Year. That came out, and to critical, positive critical reception, positive commercial reception as well, but it definitely had some differences that create opportunities for really good conversations about like what's an RPG and how should games be reviewed for what you expect them to be within a specific genre, or do you review the games for kind of what they are, and how much of that should be on the reviewer's part, and how much of that should be on the developer's part, as far as kind of giving you a heads up and letting you know what to expect as a gamer, as a consumer. So lots of really good conversations to have there. Zelda, of course, Tears of the Kingdom has been huge, has redefined what Zelda is, for better or for worse. What I mean by that is I wouldn't say the whole building thing in Zelda is Zelda. You could argue with me about that, and I wouldn't necessarily say you were wrong, but I feel like at the heart of Zelda, it's like, adventure and puzzles and the story, right? And being a hero. And I feel like the whole building thing, it just it kind of took the spotlight from all of that instead of enhancing that. I'll have to think about this a little bit more to better articulate, because those are kind of my general first thoughts, though. So I think we could see Starfield as a Game of the Year contender for sure. I think Zelda is kind of what people say is the critical darling right now. I think something happens to Scott here. Gets roasted. Gets roasted so bad. He turned gray too. That was weird. But I think Starfield has a chance for sure. It'll have a little bit of recency bias, so that will help it, right? It'll come out in September, and all those awards kind of happen. People get their votes in late November, if not really, really early December, and so the recency bias could help there. So those are a few of my initial thoughts. See, I'm going back through the chat now. Okay, gotcha. 39 more days, that's right. I wonder if kinetic weapons are affected by heavy gravity. Would give lasers an edge? Yeah, for sure. Like the ballistic trajectory of that. Right, yeah, on low gravity planets, can you carry more loot? And so I think the way they deal with that is by measuring things in mass and not weight. So I think that's kind of what helps there. A few people mentioned Tears of the Kingdom. Baldur's Gate 3, underestimating. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm not a huge Baldur's Gate guy. My brother is getting into that, and so I'm sure he's going to have some good things to say. And Larry and studios seem to know what they're doing when it comes to that stuff. I'm not as big of a fan of kind of those top-down isometric, kind of like Diablo. I can have fun with them, but what I understand, I think that's kind of what Baldur's Gate is. So that wouldn't be my cup of tea, but I could definitely see how such a massive franchise and a good launch of that could have a really big effect on the industry. So many good games coming out, absolutely. Spudman, thanks for jumping on the stream. I appreciate you, man. City Skylines 2, absolutely. I'm with you, Steve. Let's see. Here we go. Snake, and what is that, like a dolphin or a whale up there? Yeah, I remember being in my master's program and was just kind of looking for a game, like a casual game to kind of get lost in, or not to get lost in, but just kind of go to casually for, little breaks in my studying. So a little 20-minute break, a little 30-minute break, and I saw City Skylines, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. And oh man, I wasted so much time in City Skyline, but I still have my master's degree, so so that's a good thing. Let's see, I forget if any of this is worth. Nothing. None of that's worth taking. Pickpocket increase. Woo. Empty. I don't want that. Let's see. Empty chest. Good little loot there. Take our soul gem. And let's see. Yeah, Ragnarok. It was absolutely a fantastic year for gaming. And I've tried to think about that. I haven't heard anybody kind of, take a bird's eye view analysis of this. Is it because there were so many good things like in development kind of during COVID and just the way that pushed everything back, that everything just kind of landed in 2023? Or was this all kind of, was this the plan all along? Who knows? But it's going to be, it's been a great year for gaming. Absolutely. The original Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man on PlayStation 4 was the reason I got a PlayStation, and God of War 2018, because it just looked so amazing, and it was. All right, sorry, I'm going back through the chat here. The 5 nominees for Game of the Year: Tears of the Kingdom, Starfield, VG3, Spider-Man 2, and Hogwarts Legacy. Oh, I forgot about Hogwarts. I'm not a big Harry Potter thing, but yeah, that was huge. Yeah, that is a stacked lineup. I mean, there's no bad choice there, right? I mean, if you're trying to look at it objectively, I know we're all Starfield fans, obviously, but if you look at that objectively, you couldn't be like, oh, come on, right? Like, I think last year's Stray was in the Game of the Year contest, like up next to Elden Ring, and I forget what the other games were, but it was kind of like, come on. Come on, right? I mean, I'm all about supporting indies, and it was a fine game, but Game of the Year. I mean, that's a big spread between Elden Ring and Stray. I went ahead and put my typical recording mic up here, Mr. Wolf, just because that was kind of some feedback I was getting, and I thought, hey, it doesn't take but just a few minutes to do this. And let's see. You know what? I'm going to go get just a second. Trackpad here. There we go. I'm talking about AI. I don't have too many intelligent thoughts on that. Mr. Stogie said, what kind of planets are you hoping to see? A jungle planet? Oh, that's awesome. I would really love to see an underwater planet in Starfield, like underwater outposts and underwater cities and towns, and I just think that would be so cool. But we didn't see anything that would support that in the direct, and I feel like something like that, like you would have dedicated vehicles for it, or certain consumables, to help you breathe longer for underwater, in underwater, or something like that. And we just haven't seen any kind of indication or any hints or clues that will be the case. So I have, not that I've given up hope, but that's just kind of something I'm not focused on right now. But I would love to see that. And I think you make a good point, like just different biomes, from desert to jungle to more temperate stuff. I think there's a lot of cool things they can do. All right, let's get this Joker. All right, so what should I do with this guy? Oh yeah, I gotta defeat the spider first. Let's go. Oh man, I hate spiders, guys. I remember the first time. Oh man, I'm done. Hold on. And my, let's see, hold on. Okay, my, whew. What is that? What am I trying to say here? Oh shoot, I forget. My health went down very low, very quickly. So hopefully I got some. It's not expected now. That caught me by surprise, guys. Sorry about that. Alright, I'm not poisoned or anything. That's good. Alright, so this guy, what should I do? Should I just kill him right here or let him run and go and get tackled by the Draugrs? Kill him? Yeah, that spider. Fallout 3 is better than Skyrim. Okay, I'm not a big in like the Fallout world. Hey, Freestar Ranger. No, not missing much. We're just kind of hanging out. All right, I got one vote to kill this guy. Anybody else have a preference for what I should do? Yeah, Crudy Beats. I agree. Definitely my favorite Bethesda game to date. Kill. Okay, let's go.
It's coming loose. I can feel it.
Oh, I can't kill him until I cut him down. I love how they just fall over. Just, ah. Oh, that's great. Schwack him. Violence is always the answer. Okay, well, maybe in video games. If you're doing a violent playthrough. I'm gonna get demonetized for that. Hey, Banter. We're just hanging out with some Skyrim. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Got the claw. The claw. All right. Let's see. I feel like I should have a better weapon at this point, but I kind of forget. Let's see. Get this guy. Soul Gem. Let's see. Let's go back. Just gonna look at my weapons real quick. See. Alright, I think I got. Okay. Yeah, let's go with the bow. See what we can do. So remember, this guy wakes up. Nope. Is there someone behind me? Oh, no. Maybe that one doesn't wake up. Maybe this one does. He's like, found him. Oh, sweet. I remember the first time I found one of those that could. Can't some of them do shouts? I got freaked out. I was like, nope. do love it that you can normally collect your arrows back. Is that all of them in here? I think there we go. Oh no! I'm over. Okay. Let's see. I remember that thing. Dang it! I always hit pause or yeah, my menu button instead of this button here. Now we're gonna get rid of this. What is that? Let's drop my foot rats. Foot wraps. Foot rats. Nice. Alrighty. Should be good. Let's see. I can't believe I don't know the answer yet, but what background and traits you think about, Luke? I'm guessing economy based, maybe diplomat. Aha! You know me well, Luca. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm talking about in the video that I'm hopefully releasing tomorrow. I'm gonna record that after the stream, but definitely doing something with the commerce. And so I don't know. It depends on if diplomat is the only way to go that way. If diplomat is the only way to get that skill like, as a starting skill, then I'll probably go diplomat. But as far as traits go, I'm really interested in the wanted trait that they talked about in the direct event. I think that seems really interesting to not only give you more opportunities to commandeer ships, right? But to also, and maybe sell them or scrap them, but also it just seems like it's going to create a much more dynamic playthrough if you're in the middle of trying to plan, to stealthily kind of go into this base and not raise any alarms. Maybe you're under leveled or something. You're like, okay, how can I sneak around here? You're about to execute your plan, and then all of a sudden this ship comes out of nowhere because these guys are tracking you. It's like, oh crap, that just blew my whole plan. I think that seems like a really engaging and interesting system. So that's kind of what I'm excited for. Good question. What I would love to hear what else everyone else is excited for as far as any kind of build you're thinking about in Starfield. Okay. I can go around this, right? Don't accidentally trigger it. Alright, let's see if I can get him. Nope. Alright, let's go around here and see if we can get him to spring that trap. Oh, there he goes. Oh, it missed him. Hold on. Dude. Oh no. This is not going well, guys. Alright, I forgot he can do the frost thing. There you go. Smack him down with that big axe. I leveled up though. Woo. Carrying too much again. Let's see if I can just switch out my weapons. Warhammer 25, ancient. Oh yeah, that's 22. What is this? 23. We'll do the sword, and we'll get rid of the mace. Can't believe that gate missed him. Oh, should have maybe stayed closer to it. Okay. That's enough of that nonsense. Let's just go in, just hacking away at these guys. There we go. 2 or 3 hits each. It's not bad. Just get in and get done. A little treasure chest up here. Oh, remember this guy. Let's see if we got anything in here for old Hrothgar, or whatever his name is. Oh, can I remember how to do this? Not that way. Is this good gameplay? Does this make you tense? Hey, I got it. It's the first lock I've picked in 80 years. It's been 80 years. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Is there a ring that I can pull? Or... It's on the other side. Of course it is. Woo! Just dodged it. Just happened to dodge it. That's awesome. Oh, this guy. Got him. Pay attention to what you guys are saying. Sorry. Getting all wrapped up in the game. Alright. And a miss. Swing and a miss. Yes. Free Sorry said, I agree almost 100% with your concept diplomat merchant focus, but wanted feels like a must. Yeah, I'm excited for that for sure. Matt said, I'd like to see what cooking looks like. Yeah, for sure. That does seem interesting. They must have done something cool with that to have a background focused around it. Absolutely. Brian said, I'm really excited to slowly build up enough money to build better and better ships. Yes. Same for me. Same for me, Brian. And that's why I think that, you know, I mean, this is a little bit of a preview into the video for tomorrow, but I think that's one of the reasons the economy is going to be so important to the game, because, you know, you have all these individual systems. You know, think about it as in like a circle. So you have Starfield, and around the circle, kind of different systems and different mechanics that kind of make up this game. So from combat, shipbuilding, outposts, crafting, crew management, exploring, all these different systems. It seems like you'll be able to play and just kind of focus your attention on one of those individually and independent from each other if you wanted to. You don't have to get crazy into outposts if you want to be really good at combat. You don't have to, go crazy with like upgrading your crew or investing in them if you want to dig down deep into the shipbuilding, right? They're all kind of independent from each other, but still make a cohesive whole. But my argument, or the concept in the video for tomorrow, is just that the economy is kind of the only thing that touches each of those things in different ways. And so if you want to be really good at combat, like, you're going to need some credits to upgrade that gear, unless you want to wait to just kind of find all of your good weapons. But again, that's going to take time. And so of course, in your shipbuilding, you're going to have to collect those credits to upgrade your ships, to buy new ships. And so I think it's kind of the thing that it's almost like a sleeper mechanic, right? Die before you hit me, please. Oh no. Run away! I forget how low I am on health. Or did I just... No, I'm okay. I just leveled up. Why is your health not going down? Go away. I know I... Okay, there we go. There goes the kill cam. Nice. Like, his health did not go down at all there. I don't need that mace. Nah, it's fine. I'm fine. Alright. See, Mouse Reel said, Interstellar trading mogul gonna corner that sandwich market. Absolutely, Mouse Reel. And that's I think that's one of my questions that is still unconfirmed. I would, if I had to guess, I would probably lean more into it's not going to be in the game, but can we affect markets, right? If we set up a huge mining outpost and we are just doing tons and tons of mining, let's say iron or something, can we flood the market with iron and totally just break that market to bring prices come down and maybe encourage certain ship manufacturers to make certain deals with us? I don't think Starfield is going to be quite that in-depth, but that is one of my questions. If it were to be that in-depth, that would be super cool. Let's see. Going in guns blazing with my minigun. That actually sounds like a lot of fun, for sure, Cyber Soldier. Lucas said, I hope Bethesda sent out statistics on what background tradespeople pick. That would be cool to have that information and to see it. Maybe they'll give us those updates, as they come out with DLC or something like that. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let me just level up real quick. See, let's do health. And more damage. I need more damage. August is going to be the longest month ever. I know, right? But, when August gets here, supposedly, we will. Anytime I say supposedly, I always think of Joey from Friends. Supposedly. Anyway, that's how old I am. I like Friends. But Bethesda should be coming out with a lot of marketing for Starfield, which, in theory, should have at least one, like maybe new 30-second trailer, like a 30-second spot trailer. I know they released like the 3-minute one that was in the Xbox showcase before the Starfield Direct aired. So we should be getting a little bit of new marketing, which may end up having 1 or 2, maybe 3 new clips that we haven't seen before, that we can kind of dissect and have fun with. But for the most part, I feel like we know everything and we have everything that we're going to have. I was listening to a podcast, I forget if it was Xbox Unlocked or somewhere else, but they were talking about that, and someone made the point that they said, you know what, the Starfield Direct was such a hit that Bethesda don't necessarily need to do a lot more marketing. Like they kind of have, in some sense, they have a lot more to lose now than they have to gain because people are so hyped for it. And so I think they'll do enough I think the core gaming audience knows what they need to know to make that purchasing decision. They have a really big and a very excited core Starfield fan base they're going to get that early access, right? They're going to go out at, to Walmart or Best Buy or GameStop or wherever you live in the world, your thing. They're going to go out there. They're going to get this game, even if it's not digital. And then, so I don't think that kind of the rest of the more casual gaming market has made up their mind yet about Starfield, because maybe they're not the kind of gamers who watch an Xbox showcase in the middle of the summer. They're not the kind of gamer who is refreshing Google every day and looking for Starfield articles or looking at YouTube channels. They're the kind of gamer that is just like, okay, what's coming out in July? Okay, what's coming out in September? Okay, that sounds fun. Let's do it. Just kind of on a whim. And then they stumble into something that they love. So I think those are the players that Bethesda is going to be targeting. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. That's what I know about the gaming industry. What do you guys think? Do you think there's going to be a lot of trailers, a lot of hype, a lot of new content, or are we going to coast into September? I'm not doing a good job of looking at the chat today. My apologies. I'm getting kind of wrapped up in what I'm talking about. Probably coast, you think? Cutie Bry, good day to you. All right. trying to hold on to these bigger weapons as much as I can, just because they got some good value to them. But I don't have much carrying capacity right now. Choices, choices. Let's see what time is it. 4:32. Okay. We're gonna try to. Oh man, this guy's gonna own me. Isn't there like a dragon priest or something up here? I feel like I'm not going to be victorious to this. Usually I would grind a little bit before coming in here, upgrade my armor or something like that, but just for the sake of the stream, I just kind of wanted to keep it moving. Fireball, that could come in handy. Let's go this way. I'm afraid this little mini boss at the end here is going to collect my soul. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Just mow them down. Let's see, do I have... Let's see, I may do a sword and shield since I'm struggling with my defensive measures right now. Oh. So let's put that in the left hand and do. It's a great sword. Okay. There we go. We're gonna try this and just see if it works. I think there's just like a chest down there. No need to get that right now. Somebody mentioned in the chat something about crew spots on your ship. Yeah, I think that's defined by your cockpit and then your habitats. That shield was not doing much, was it? I wonder how long ago it auto-saved. Where am I? Okay. Yeah. A few minutes ago. I'm gonna have to get rid of some stuff again. Fine. Okay. Let's do that real quick and then let's see if we can just kind of run through the rest of this real quick and get to the end, and then we'll end our stream for the day. Have a good one, Luca. Thanks for hanging out. Yes, somebody mentioned NPCs boarding our ship. I do think that they'll be able to do that, right? Just because of the way they code NPCs to pretty much be able to do anything that you can, and they've even talked before about, like with Oblivion and Skyrim, they would make a cave and make a bunch of NPCs in there and then put some really good loot in there, and they found out that they coded the NPCs to find the best weapon available, and accidentally these guys. Oh, go back! What are you doing? So anyway, the NPCs would just go and actually loot the chests that were meant for you, but because the way they were coded, they didn't know. Oh, I shouldn't open this chest. That needs to be left with the player. So anyway, that's just. Oh shoot! I didn't need to do that. That's just a cool way that they designed their game. Drop one of these guys, and then one iron sword. Alright. Made it past him. Let's see if I can unlock this guy again. Oh, do I have another one? How many? I got 13 left. Perfect. Oh, Mr. Stogie said, I remember in Morrowind, the shop clerk would wear what you would sell them. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Did it have to be like better stats or anything, or was it just, hey, whatever new stuff they had? You're gonna build a massive armory on your ship, Cyber Soldier. That's so cool. All right, we're to the sanctum. When it kind of transitions like that, are you guys just seeing a black screen? I'll get like a no signal notification on my streaming software for just a second. Will it just kind of go to a black screen real quick for you guys, or will it go green screen, or what happens? You see no signal? Okay. Okay, interesting. Well, I'm glad it doesn't stay on there for long. Hopefully Starfield will not have as many like loading points, so hopefully that won't be an issue, but there we go. Oh no, there's lots of these guys in here. Try to take care of you before you get up. That was very satisfying. Just to go smash that guy. I like it. You come here, I'll smash you too. Yes, sir. I like that a lot. That's so fun. All right. I don't need to do those. See, Draugr is super weak to fire. Okay, yeah, I did forget that. Hoping they let you pick up dead NPCs like an RDR2. Oh yeah, that would be cool. How many percent game audio, mic audio do you have? Like the mix? Is that what you're talking about? Barkalarson? Please excuse me. YouTube channel guy? No. Mouse Tree said you're obsessed with sandwiches. Yeah, it's kind of making me hungry too. I'm going to get a sandwich after this. That sounds nice. It is, so it's not really in percentages, but I have the game audio at -9 dBs and this guy, my mic at about -1. So in percentages, this is probably at like 95%, and game is maybe 75 or 80%. The sandwich. So I've been wondering lately if they have any type of chop shop in the game. So instead of registering stolen ships, we could chop them up, keeping components. We sell them the rest. Yes, I think you're onto something there, Matthew, for sure. I think it'll be a little different than what maybe they had in like GTA or something like that. But I bet there will be the Starfield equivalent of fences. People that you can sell stolen goods to kind of get them off your hands. And I think, I'm trying to think, is there a trap in here? Surely there's like the equivalent of that with the ships as well. And I think that would make sense to not only be able to sell the ships, but okay, do you want to sell this to me, or do you want to break it up into parts, get a little less money, but get the parts back? Something like that. Personally, the Constellation Club is your go-to sandwich. Nice. Okay. Oh wait, I forgot I have to. What is that under? Keys? Nope. The Golden Claw. Okay. And it is what? Bear. What is that, like a dragonfly and then an owl? Alrighty. Okay, I think we got it there. Let's see if that works. I hate that I know the combination to this to the whole dungeon. It's burned into your memories. I think they did I think Bethesda's level designers do such a great job with kind of storytelling through their design, and also like kind of indicating where you should go, because it would be so easy to get lost in a lot of these dungeons and caves, and they just do a good job of kind of making it happen. All right, so I'm gonna just pounce on this dragon priest guy before I do anything, because I want to get the jump on him. Maybe I have to get my word first. Or do I open this first? Alright, let's get my word. Guys, this was so cool. I remember the first time I experienced this. I was like, what is happening? I am learning this word of power. This is amazing. Alright. Oh no. Oh no. Yes. Whew. That could have been bad, and it was great. And the Dragonstone. Love it, love it. I'm going to make some room for this and sell it. I did it. Quick save. I know, right? Oh, I forget all those little tips. Nice. Oh, that's cool, Tom. All right, let's see. What have I got? Drop that guy. That'll do it. And I think there's Soul Gem over here. So, did anyone else in Skyrim? Did anyone else do the whole like upgrade your crafting with the iron dagger? Just kind of blitz that out, raise your skill level real high, and then craft yourself some awesome like Dwemer armor or something cool like that? Or did you play the game right? See, Steve, thanks for joining the stream, man. AZX spammed it. Nice. I spammed the daggers, and then there was some spell of like maybe conjuration or something that you could spam out as well, and it would help you upgrade, level up and upgrade your stuff. Was it? I can't remember. Seeing no signal again, and we got it back. Awesome. Yeah, maybe it was some sort of enchanting Ragnarok It's been so long. Well, hello, potion of pickpocketing. That is what we need up here. Hello, I need to go pickpocket this big mammoth, I think. Nice. Alright, let's see. Where am I? Okay. Far side of the mountain. Let's make our way down carefully. And then, yeah, we'll do a little quick save here. He said, yo, Luke, you should get some studio headphones when Starfield comes out. You'd want to hear the Galaxy in high quality. Yeah, I don't know. I may have to like test the actual quality of these and see. I mean, they don't sound bad. I'm not an audiophile. I have studio headphones, I use for editing and stuff. I have some really good wireless, like noise canceling Sony's. Fantastic headphones. I wear them a lot when I'm traveling, like on airplanes and stuff. And so I'm sure those would sound a little bit better, but I don't know. Maybe for like that first time that you like get in your ship and the engines are revving and you hear kind of all the creaks and bends and little things tapping, that would be cool. So we'll see. Hello again, Scott. Welcome. All right. Let's see. We will make our way back to Whiterun together, and then we will end our time together. But while we are making our way back there, anybody? Let's see. Anybody got any questions for me or anything they want to talk about? I'm trying to get this map marker here. I'm like almost there. I don't know what it is. Can I get up here? There we go. South Bridal Skin Pass. Nice. And let's just say I'm going to have to go around this mountain now, aren't I? Did I see that Walmart messed up a bunch of the Starfield pre-orders? I saw something about that. I've heard conflicting reports. I've heard some reports say that yes, lots of people did get that notification, but that they were sent out in error, and there's an error with the system. But like if you go and actually check like your confirmation code, that they're still good. But I've heard other people say like no, they canceled a bunch, and that's kind of all there is to it. They can't reorder them because they do not have the stock. And that would absolutely stink. So what, has there been any kind of definitive, this is actually what happened, or is this all still just kind of people making news articles for clicks and views and no actual reporting going on? Shock, right? No one would ever do that. Not Game Rant. Not Game Rant. Say it ain't so. Yeah. Yeah, did anyone else take Friday off to kind of get a nice big long weekend in like Steve did? Surely not gaming journalism, right? Oh, you're camping, Scott? Oh, dude, well, yeah, man, thanks for dropping in, but relax, enjoy the great outdoors, enjoy your adventure, man. Explore, find some wonder. Good day, mate, Trident says. Just want to say thank you for setting up the Xbox Club for Starfield. Look forward to the release. Absolutely. Yeah, if anyone else does not know, we started our own club. We started an Xbox Club. If you don't know what those things are, join the club. It's a bad pun, but I don't think anyone knew that those things existed, and I just kind of stumbled upon it, and so we just made our own club. I think it looks to be like a Discord Lite substitution that's integrated straight into your Xbox. I have no idea if it's available on Xbox for PC or if it's just on consoles, but if you are on Xbox anywhere, go to the community tab or section of your homepage and find something that says clubs. Click on that and then just do a search for Starfield, and we should be one of just a handful there. And we would love to have you. So I think what I anticipate the main thing being for us doing on there is just kind of sharing video clips and sharing images from our adventures. Uh-oh. We still got, oh, here we go. Came back. Ugh, this is sketchy. My video card is a little sketchy sometimes. So sorry about that. It's like it goes out and doesn't come back. Maybe. Man, we almost had a whole stream with no technical issues. Almost. I'm changing some settings on my TV right now. It's like I have to turn off every single like smart feature on my TV or my video, my capture card totally freaks out. All right. Hey, just saw someone throw an invitation up there. Thank you. I will get to those in a moment. All right. Whew, man, that did make it look worse. Let's see if I can turn at least one of those back on. And not freak out. Let's see. Ooh, that looks so much better on my TV. I don't think it's going to freak out unless I go to my menu again. So we'll try that. Alright. None of my gamer friends are into RPGs, so I'm just happy to be a part of the Starfield community. Yeah. Me too. I'm not a big online multiplayer kind of game guy, so this has been really cool to connect with everyone this way. You're taking your paid days off that week, Tremolo. Cool. And you know, I didn't realize it whenever Bethesda revealed Starfield's official launch date as September 6th, 2023. We were all like, "Oh, that's interesting," or "That's strange." You know, usually it's like a Tuesday. I think when games are typically released now. But it was a Wednesday, so we're like, okay, that's interesting. And it didn't seem to be any kind of like Wednesday of note. But now that they've reveal that they're going to do a 5-day early access, and that is on Labor Day weekend, you're like, ah, okay. I see exactly what they've been doing. One question I still have, though, is to what extent can they officially count all of their sales for, you know, like records and stuff like that? You know, can they count their sales from the beginning of early access, you know, midnight on August 31st to the whole next week for like their launch window? Maybe that's why they're doing, I'm sure they're doing it a lot to just get people to pay extra for that early access, which, you know, you could be mad about that or whatever, but or you could just wait and play the game and not worry about paying extra. But I'm particularly interested to see if there's any kind of rules or governing authority to say, okay, you can count this much in your official launch window sales. Because I know some publishers and some developers, they'll give bonuses based off that stuff. Of course, Bethesda kind of develops and publishes everything themselves, so that's probably not an issue here. But I guess as far as in the public eye, I would love to see Bethesda get a win, get a victory. I made a video a while back about how Bethesda could potentially have a better launch than GTA 5. Not necessarily in sales or the amount of revenue generated in their launch week, just because they're going to be on Game Pass, right? So that's too many different variables to kind of figure out there. But as far as installs and people playing the game, I think it could give GTA a run for their money. If you're interested in that, or that sounds interesting or intriguing to you, then check out my YouTube page and look for the Starfield versus GTA video. And I'd love to know what you think. Let me know in the comments. All right, we'll get up here to the castle and we'll call it a day. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me and hanging out. It was really cool. Sorry I wasn't better on the chat today. I was too busy fighting Draugrs, but this was really cool to be a part of. Let's see, can I get through this way? No, I cannot. I'll get in over here. Before you leave, if you would, just give the stream a like. I think that helps me out, helps the channel out. But I appreciate you guys. And I'm just going to do a quick save right here. Let's see. Come back up. Thank you guys for joining me today. Have a great rest of your day. I appreciate all of you for being here on the channel, and I'll get all those requests for the Starfield Signal Xbox Club, and we'll try to do this again tomorrow. Appreciate you all. Have a good one.